Have I finally figured out my lighting? What's going on, guys? It is your girl Dags and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the top 5 series that I have got to start in 2022. So this idea came from the Goodreads group Top 5 Wednesdays that Miss Laura was so kind to introduce me to back in the day, and I decided that I wanted to partake as well. I don't think I'm going to do every Top 5 Wednesday, but I want to do at least once a month for the time being. I might change my mind, I might decide to implement it fully, but right now I'm just looking to do 1 or 2 a month. So I want to talk about the 5 series that I have had on my TBR in the last year, that I have owned, that has just been sitting there waiting for me to come and say, it's time. Make sure you check out Laura's channel. I'll leave all of her information below, as well as the Goodreads group with the Top 5 Wednesday prompt. The first series I want to talk about today is Venom Saga. I have had the first 3 volumes of this series forever. So I bought the first 3 volumes back in July 2021, and at the time I was reading Berserk, and I was like waist deep in Berserk, and I didn't want to read anything else that was from a different time period or anything that could be remotely close to Berserk at the time, but it's time. And considering how hyped I was to read this story and how hyped I am still to read this story, it's a shame that I've had it for so long and I haven't really officially started it, but no more.
We attack at dawn.
And despite that I only have the first 3 volumes, I did go ahead and order volume 12 because I know y'all Vinland stans have been waiting for volume 12 for a very long time, and I just had the feeling that by the time I got to volume 12 it would be impossible to find, so I went ahead and pre-ordered that bad boy. Coming up next is something that's more of a recent pickup for me, and that is JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Now I have had part 1 since July of last year, I believe, and in the Right Stuff holiday sale, all the JoJo's volumes went on sale, so of course I went ahead and I bought all of them. That was a ballsy move for me. I usually do not go ahead and commit to a series until I've at least read the first, if not the first 3 volumes, to make sure that it's something that I'm into, but I wasn't gonna find them for those prices ever. So I went ahead and got them all. And I've only seen the first couple of episodes of the anime, but it was enough for me to check it out. It was enough to pique my interest, if you will. So hopefully I will end up liking it. So when I first started getting into manga, I had absolutely no idea where to start. And instead of sitting down like a smart little Dags and doing some research to try to figure out what I'm into, what I like, or try to, I don't know, match my manga taste to my regular reading taste, what did I do? I decided to just pick up the stuff that I had heard of before, which was nothing but shonen. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece. So I bought I do not recommend this approach to finding out what your manga tastes are, okay? It is not cost effective. Why? Why did I buy this? When I first started checking out manga, I bought this box set and I bought the first 2 Naruto box sets, and I don't see me reading them in the near future. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, I really want to get into One Piece. I've watched maybe the first 50-ish episodes and I adored it. So this one wasn't as big as a risk, but I'm not a box set person, even though I did get the Demon Slayer box set, but it was something that I knew that I was going to read. This was more of a commitment, especially with a series that is ridiculously long. I stopped watching One Piece because of the sheer volumes of episodes there were, and I got intimidated, so I decided to buy it. And I know you're like, that doesn't make sense because the sheer volumes of this is high. And to that I would say you're right. And I never said that I was making sense in the world. I just said that it seemed like a nice conversion to me. To be fair, I can read faster than I watch a show, so I have that going for me, okay?
Oh, nobody's accusing you of anything.
I did pre-order the 4th box set because I can't find the 2nd or the 3rd one. So I'll probably end up reading those as singles as I go along. I did see Barnes & Noble's had a date for the 3rd box set, but it keeps changing on me. If you see 3, I'm not even going to ask for you to look for 2 because I've given up on that one. But if you see 3 out there in the wild, let your girl know. Coming in at number 4, we have Gambling Apocalypse Kaiji. Now this of the 5 series that I have on this list will be the easiest for me to catch up on because I'm pretty sure these are the only 3 that are currently out. What I did not know before I decided to get into this is that this is a very long series. A very long series, but you know what? That's my bad for not paying attention. But I'd rather be on the front end of it and get them as they come out as opposed to what I'm having to do with One Piece to play catch up. So I originally picked up this series because I was interested in Kakaguri, but I couldn't find the volumes anywhere, and I was like, well, this is kind of close, I guess we'll give it a shot, right? And I bought it and I just never got around to reading it. So fast forward to Squid Games coming out and me being obsessed with Squid Games like the rest of the world was at the time, and loving it. So PewDiePie came across my news feed one day saying that Squid Games was just a ripoff of Liar's Game and Kaiji, and I was like, oh snap, I have that. I need to go read this. Liar's Game is also on my TBR, but there aren't any English physical releases, so I'll get around to it eventually. But that statement, which I'm hoping is true, bumped this up my TBR very quickly. And last but not least, we have Prison School. Now, I'm not one to read smut. Okay, that's a lie, but it's not one of the things that I seek out. You know, it's not anywhere at the top of my preferred genre list. I have already read volume 1, that's why I'm holding up 2, 3, and 4. But I never sought out Prison School. Let me tell you how I came across this series. So once upon a time, a wee little Dags watched Dead Man Wonderland and loved it. Okay, which side note is also a series I need to get to because I hear the manga is way better than the anime, and a lot of people don't like the anime. I personally did like it, so I really need to get that series. Anyway, back to the story. So when wee little Dags got finished with Dead Man Wonderland, she went and found Rainbow Nisha something or another, I'll put it here, and loved that too. Okay, so then a little friend of wee little Dags, who is a anime connoisseur, was like, well, if you like those two, granted this is nothing like them, but you should check out Nambaka. So I watched Nambaka, loved it. So then I was like, maybe I just like prison themed, jail themed anime. So I went down the rabbit hole to find out what I could find. Side note, I love true crime and I work kind of closely in the criminal justice field, went to school for it, yada yada blah blah blah. So it's just a part of my everyday life, you know? So I go down the rabbit hole. I'm like, let me see what else is out there that has to do with jail systems or prisons or whatever. And I'm on whatever popular bootleg anime site was back then, back in the day, and I come across Prison School. Now I should mention that wee little Dags was sweet and innocent and sheltered back then and didn't really know anything about anime outside of whatever was on Toonami at the time. Okay, actually I probably wasn't that young. I was probably about 25 or 26 at the time that this happened. So anyway, I hit play and I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't think I'm the intended audience for this show. Then I got to the scene where the headmaster's assistant, side chick, whatever, gets our main guy trapped in the bathroom. I was done. Listen, I'm not kink shaming, okay? If that's what you like, if that's what you're into, do you, boo-boo. You live your best life. I wasn't prepared for what went down at all. That scene is burned into my brain forever. And it's probably not even that serious to everybody that's used to the smut world, if you will. But I'm just like, but I was y'all.
I'm pretty shaken up.
Needless to say, I turned it off and went on about my life. So fast forward to last year, I was watching somebody's manga bookshelf tour or whatever, and they were like, this is prison school.
Flashbacks, nightmares, anxiety.
And it was like a bomb went off on my head and all those memories came back, right? And the only thing that I could think about was, I wonder if our boy ever got to go on that date. So then I picked it up. So I have all of these ordered, but I don't have them all in my possession. I ordered them a long time ago and they've been out of stock for a while, but I recently got a shipping notification from Right Stuff, so you should see them in the next haul video for January. And yeah, that should take care of the ones that I don't have. If not, I definitely have enough of these to get started. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Let me know which series that you plan on checking out this year, and I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!